This is an emergency broadcast from the State Department of Academic Safety. This is not a drill. At exactly 8:03 a.m. this morning, anomalous educational events were reported in over 37 schools across the state. Initial signs suggest these incidents are spreading. If you are currently in a school, listen carefully and follow every instruction. Affected classrooms are described as wrong. The air feels heavier. The desks may be in a different order. The windows show skies that are darker than outside. Sometimes they show nothing at all, just black glass that feels warm to the touch. The entity responsible presents itself as a teacher. It will appear human, but you may not remember what their face looked like when you entered the room. Clothing may change color when you're not looking. Jewelry may vanish, reappear, or multiply. They sometimes wear a watch that runs backward. If their shadow moves before they do, remain still. If they smile without moving their eyes, remain still. If they call your name twice, do not answer. The second time is not for you. Students in contaminated rooms report sudden shifts in the lesson plan. Subjects: the school does not teach. Words in languages no one knows. Maps with coastlines that do not exist. If this happens, close your eyes. Count to 10. If you still hear the voice, leave immediately. Do not take anything the teacher hands you. Handouts have been found with text that changes when read aloud. Notebooks taken from affected classrooms contain handwriting from students who do not exist. If your classroom clock stops, do not check your phone or watch. The times will not match. Reading them both may cause disorientation and loss of place. Students have been found wandering hallways that do not connect to any floor plan on record. Avoid hallways that feel longer than usual. If the lockers stretch higher than you can reach, you are no longer in your school. Do not attempt to find your original classroom. Stairwells in infected schools may lead downward for longer than physically possible. Do not use them. If you begin descending and cannot hear footsteps echo, stop immediately. The cafeteria food may taste like ash or metal or soil. Do not eat. Do not drink. The smell alone can make you forget why you came there. Mirrors inside these buildings will not show your current room. Sometimes they show you, but in a different position. Sometimes the reflection waves before you do. The intercom calls names you do not recognize. Do not respond. If it calls your name in a voice you do not recognize, do not respond. The fire alarm may ring on its own. When this happens, everyone will freeze. Do not be the only one to move. If you do, the exit you find will not lead outside. If the bell rings 3 times instead of once, it is not the end of class. It is calling you somewhere. Do not go. Since 1997, these events have been disguised as renovations, construction, or drills. Student transfer lists contain names that were never enrolled anywhere else. Teachers retired only to be seen in schools that do not exist on district records. If your phone shows the date September 0th, if your textbooks are filled with symbols you cannot draw, if the teacher asks you to read from the back of the book, leave everything behind. Do not take your bag. Do not take your coat. Walk to the nearest exit without looking back. If something is teaching that class, stay away. If you hear someone knocking, even if it sounds like your best friend, even if it sounds like your mother, do not open the door. Once the knocking stops, wait. Count to 60. If you hear breathing from the keyhole, cover it. If the lights flicker and stay off for longer than 13 seconds, do not move. music from the basement after sunset. A slow piano melody. It will sound familiar even if you have never heard it before. Do not follow it. If your school bus arrives empty with the engine running and no driver inside, do not board. You will be offered a seat. You will not get off where you expect. This message will not repeat. Do not run. Do not look back. I am your friend.